This is Don't Forget the Small Stuff, and today we're talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Actually, Andy, before we record, can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
Please.
Welcome to Don't Forget the Small Stuff, the podcast that celebrates the overlooked and forgotten little moments in films. I'm Jess, and with me today, as always, is Andy.
Hi.
And back by popular demand, the man that is radically Canadian, it's Chris.
Oh, yes. Yes, the RCMP captain himself. If they haven't listened to the Untouchables, that'll mean nothing to anybody.
There we are. That's your prompt. Go back, listen.
Yeah.
You go back and listen, yeah.
Before we get into the movie and today's podcast for real, let's just reference a few things. You can find us online at smallstuffcast.com. We are at smallstuffcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can contact us using email at smallstuffcast.com. And our music is by the awesome Skeleton King. Find more of Skeleton King's work by following the link in the show notes. Okay, so today's film is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Just a few little details about it. It was released in 1989, directed by Jeremiah S. Chechik, and written by John Hughes, also starring Chevy Chase. I mean, it's a Chevy Chase movie, isn't it, at its heart? He's in almost every single scene. So, Andy, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, is it your favourite Christmas film?
You got me there. Do you know what? I don't know. I'm terrible with lists, especially top N of anything, frankly. Yeah. I'll tell you it's in my top 5. But then I've watched a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies already this year, so...
But none of them are in your top 5, though, these Hallmark Christmas movies?
No. They're hovering around. Some of them are pretty good.
But it's fair to say you're a fan of a Christmas movie,
I think I've watched this film every year since it came out, at least once. Probably 3 times a year, so a lot.
3 times a year.
Well, it's not regimented. I don't know. December, let's go.
Yeah.
But no, it's a annual watch for me and my family, so love it.
Chris, what's your thoughts overall about the film?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying It's a Wonderful Life man. That's my yearly mandatory must-watch. Yep. I would have put this movie definitely in my top 5, maybe number 2 or 3. I got to admit, this watch, paying close attention like I did, I think it dropped a little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you just not? Do you want to not do the pod? Do you want to stop?
Do we end
No.
now?
I've got a lot that I want to talk about for sure, but this is way more of a John Hughes movie than I ever realized before, and it's weird to say that that's a negative, but I don't know that I want a John Hughes movie for Christmas Vacation, and I saw it a little differently than I have in the past.
Okay, can you elaborate a little bit? Like, what is a signature John Hughes thing?
Well, I think so. The movie's funny, and it's got some all-time classic gags in it. But I don't think it's trying to be funny nearly as much as I thought it was. Huh. I think this movie wants to be way more serious than I ever thought.
That's really interesting. I had it almost completely the opposite viewpoint this time. I was incredibly aware of how chock full of jokes it is. Visual gags. Really? I mean, every incidental line almost is a joke. So, yeah, I don't know, Chris. Maybe we watched a different film.
Maybe, yeah.
Have we done our homework wrong? Are we recording the wrong film?
Well, this makes me want to go. John Hughes didn't direct Vacation or write Vacation, so I guess it wouldn't be. But I want to go rewatch that and is that movie as sentimental as this one? This is a sentimental movie, and I'm. I've got more I'll talk. I'm going to save it to talk about some stuff later on, but I think this movie wanted me to feel some emotions.
Okay, and did you?
No,
nor did I. So, if he's going for that, it didn't work.
It failed.
No.
Okay.
Maybe this will be a future small stuff episode, but I think this movie wanted to be the Christmas version of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it wasn't. For me, that movie makes me feel. At the end of that movie, my heartstrings are pulled, and this one I was not. Now, like I said, the gags are there, the jokes are there, but I think it failed on part of what it tried to do. And I never noticed that before.
Have you got an example of like a moment where it's trying to get you in the feels?
Yeah, let's go ahead and the scene towards the end when the dad comes in and like, you're too good of a father, Clark, and he has his big meltdown. I think that's supposed to be an emotional moment between the father and the son. For laughs. There's no laugh line in that moment.
Oh, I think there's a couple. Yeah, I think it's like, he talks about he had a lot of help from Jack Daniels, and then he just says, like, we're a clean podcast. I can't say it. You just messed it up, he says. So I think there's a couple of gags in there, but no, I know what you mean. But also I was struck by, because I was thinking about how I feel about Clark in general, because I was comparing him to Eddie, and Eddie is an utter buffoon. Mm-hmm. And we already know Clark is a buffoon, but when you compare him to Eddie, actually Clark is very sensible, and Clark is just an everyman that gets carried away with things that end up going badly. And so actually the scene that you're talking about with his dad, I actually think is a nice way that they just bring it back down and make you realize that Clark is a good dad. He's doing his best, and he's just prone to mistakes every once in a while.
Yeah, but like I said, I think the intent of that scene is to try and make us really have an empathetic view of Clark as a man, and I just want to laugh at him.
All right, okay, fine. I mean, I think you can do both.
Yeah,
I do both.
Like I said, I did it in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I did not do it in this movie.
Okay.
Still a great movie. I'm not trying to say, I'm not walking off the pod, but
yeah,
it slipped a little bit in my estimation.
Okay. And have you got any sort of broader things to mention?
No, I'd echo your thoughts, though. I think this, on academic reflection, is worse than I think it is. I don't know. I look at it through Christmas tinted spectacles, I think.
Yeah.
I actually don't think it's great. I love it, but I don't think it's very good. I think there is some sentiment in the attic scene. That bit I get more feels on than the bit toward the end with his dad. But as is always the case, it is abruptly ended with some amusing physical comedy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so why don't we just dive into the small stuff then? It opens with the animated titles, which, Chris, you wanted to mention something about those.
They're terrible. The song is terrible.
I've been singing it all day. I can't get it out of my head. I know, it's the worst.
And it's funny because the previous podcast that I was on was the Untouchables, and it's got a great opening.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we knew how to do good openings in movies at this point. And this Chechnik guy or whoever directed it, I guess he had some different ideas on how to open it. Like, what are we doing here? What is this cartoon and this song?
Cartoon.
It is completely detached from the rest of the film.
I don't really understand it. So that cartoon, I start forensically analysing these things because I'm an idiot. But so Santa is, I guess, flying over Chicago, delivering gifts. Why is his list in alphabetical order? Why? That makes no sense. He's ticking it. So like he's going...
Oh my God, it's a suboptimal flight path, isn't it? He is all over the place.
He's doing it wrong. So they can't even get that right. There's no way it would be done by... Anyway. But you're right, it's bad. But also a little earwormy. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
Go listen to it, folks. It'll do the same for you.
The funny thing is that the music from the first Vacation, the original National Lampoon's Vacation, the music in that film is great throughout. Mm-hmm. Some great songs. And there's one or two good songs in here, but the opening credits is just horrendous.
I think Lindsey Buckingham was asked to do the music for this as well, but turned it down.
Clearly didn't.
Did not do it. No, I think he turned it down.
So after the titles, then I love the way it opens straight away. No build up, no exposition. No, the family's in the car again, where we recognize them from two films. The two films that have come before it. They're just in the car driving somewhere. I like the continuity from the previous vacation episodes, and they're going to find their tree.
I love it. I love because they're singing Christmas carols, and straight away we're reminded the buffoonery of Clark Griswold when he's trying to sing. I think it's "Deck the Halls," and he clearly doesn't know the words. He mumbles across a few of them. So he's trying to do a great job at that, but can't.
So I just have to mention, by the way, that I oddly at times I think feel for Clark that he gets kind of a bad rep. I don't blame Clark for getting upset at those gentlemen in the truck. Those guys are out of control, and they would definitely, I think, trigger me as well. Like, what are they doing? They're pulling up behind him. They're honking their horn.
They are so close.
Yeah, like they're the villains in this story. And so Clark's reaction, I actually kind of, when I watched it, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'd pass him back too, and maybe get my ire up. Those guys are out of control.
Well, they are they are a caricature of the worst type of toxic masculinity American, aren't they? Chris, private joke for a moment, but it's like Revy, right?
It's Revy, yes.
Okay.
Well, just to clarify for people that are listening that might not know who I am, I'm in Missouri right now. So like those guys, like that's my neighbor, right? Like those guys are all around me. So
that truck, incidentally, I did a bit of research. That truck is the same truck that was used in Overboard. It was Kurt Russell's work truck.
That's so good.
I love Overboard, by the way.
Yeah.
It's bad, but I do like it. But yeah, it was tickled me.
So when he swerves over and the car goes over under the logging truck.
Yeah.
First of all, what a spectacular visual gag.
Yeah.
The stunt driving was pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
The stunt driving under there is incredible. Now, I assume when the car's under there, they've got it attached with something that it's not actually being driven.
It doesn't look it, does it?
It looks pretty free form, doesn't it? It looks pretty unconnected to the truck.
Yeah.
It has to be. Maybe it's not. But
the consequences of it going wrong, they're tragic, aren't they?
All three of us are married men, and I don't know. I don't want to speak for your relationship with your wives, but when Beverly D'Angelo says, "Clark, you're underneath the truck," and he says, "Do you honestly think I don't know that?"
We're all right. Thank God we're all right.
Clark, we're stuck under a truck.
Do you honestly think I don't know that?
Come on, you guys, don't fight.
Ah, for Christ's sake, I didn't do this on purpose.
Oh, that's something my wife would definitely have said that to me if I was in that position. That might be my favorite line in the movie. Do you honestly think I don't know that?
Good.
All right, then. But the whole point of the trip out is to go and find the Griswold family Christmas tree. One of my favorite lines in the film, Chris, is when Clark starts sort of getting a bit all kind of philosophical when he's talking about Christmas as they're looking at the tree, and it's all of a sudden he gets a lisp. It's like the spirit in the grith of Christmas.
Yeah.
and Ellen just looks at him like, what is happening to you?
Yeah. And that's where Audrey's eyes get frozen.
Then they get the tree home, and he cuts it up. They have the great interaction with the neighbors. I just want to very quickly, I mean, the neighbors pop up here and there every once in a while, and I just wanted to refer to them and just say how utterly horrendous they are. Like at almost every opportunity. Did you notice that they both have matching metal briefcases when they get out of their car.
Oh yeah.
And later on we see them in their matching silver tracksuits,
Yes.
and they're
brilliant. That scene incidentally is my best line in the film. My favourite line of the film is a retort to he says, "Bend over and I'll show you," and he says, Todd says, "You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that," and he says, "I wasn't talking to you."
Yeah.
Perfect.
and it takes them a minute to kind of.
It's so bad they don't know what to say. They walk off.
So, I've got one quick point, and then something I'd like to get your opinion on. First of all, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right? Like,
Yeah.
I love when you go back and watch an old movie and be like, hey, that person ended up doing other things. And I mean, in my opinion, I don't think this is a hot take by any means, right? Like she's the greatest, in my opinion. She's the GOAT. And yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a lot to do in this movie, but what she does well, and she's awesome. She plays a great bad guy. But I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on something here. When I'm watching those moments when, like, there's the line where, like, I hope he falls and breaks his neck, and I think Todd says he'll fall, but I don't think we're lucky enough he'll break his neck.
Yep.
And I'm like, the neighbors are jerks, and they're obviously, supposed to be the villains and the bad guys. But do you think you guys would enjoy living next door to Clark Griswold?
I don't know, for entertainment value, maybe.
I think I'd befriend him.
You'd just become mates with him.
Yeah, I think they're the antithesis of Clark and his family, and I'm not. I'm not Clark, but I'm not them. I'm not Todd.
Yeah, you've got more in common with Clark than you do.
What are you saying?
Todd and no, I'm nothing.
So I think I'd get on okay with them. I like buffoons generally. I kind of warm to them, apart from people I won't mention.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd be okay. How about you, Chris?
I think it would be tiring. I think it'd be exhausting. It might turn me into a Todd.
Or maybe that's it.
I might just
They've been there for so long.
I might get a metal briefcase eventually.
I think the "I'm sure he'll fall" line is all you need to know. They know what Clark is like.
Right. But like even the moment when he cuts down the tree towards the end, I'm sorry to skip ahead here,
That's
but
okay.
and the tree goes smashing through their window.
They're not surprised.
I just think I might be friends, like Andy, you might befriend Clark. You're still gonna have trees come smashing through your window from time to time.
Unless you say they know it's something like that's gonna happen. They just watch it. They deadpan. Yep. This is bound to happen at some point. Brill.
He gets the tree inside and cuts the rope, and it smashes through the windows.
And again, their reaction. None of the family react.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, okay.
Adds up.
Like they know immediately, but they don't want to say anything because, it's Dad. He'll say something, he'll do something crazy. But no, they know what's going to happen, and it just wrecks the place.
Which, it's obviously played large for laughs, but they're as dads, I do, like, my kids do give me that look, right? Like, here's Dad going on whatever it is we might be about.
Yeah.
I think we all got a little version of Clark Griswold in us, and our kids kind of roll their eyes and put up with us.
Every day.
I'm certain they're rolling their eyes at us right now, knowing that we're actually recording this podcast.
Right.
Unquestionably.
So the first time I watched it, all those years ago, it took me a while to figure out why the magazine was sticking to his fingers, but it's the sap, right? That's the joke. Okay.
Yep.
Although I think that scene's bad. At the end, he's literally, you can see it. He's actually holding her hair.
Yeah.
It's badly done.
Then shortly after that, we get one of the few or a couple of little scenes that are not at the Griswold house. He goes to the office and we meet Bill and the boss, Frank Shirley, for the first time. And then also the scene where he goes lingerie shopping. Do either of you have any comments about either of those two scenes?
Yeah, I've got a little something for the lingerie shopping for sure. She's flirting with him, right?
Seems to be, but presumably in order to get a sale.
Yeah, he's an easy fish to get on the hook, I'm sure. But yeah, when I was watching that scene, I'm like, she knows what she's doing, though. Of course. She's reeling him in.
Yeah.
He's not just being, I guess what I'm saying is he's not just being a cad, some older dad slobbering all over this beautiful young woman. She's toying with him.
Yeah, all right, but he could just pull himself together a little bit.
He could, yeah. Well, yes.
His reaction to "Can I take something out for you?" is, it's just good.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to come up later on for me in the categories, definitely. Where do we go from there? Oh, very quickly from there, we end up back at home, and all of the grandparents arrive. All of them. All four of them, and there's chaos. But then shortly after that, he starts his great project of putting the lights on the house.
I mean, it's packed with physical humor, isn't it? There's and so much of it is obvious. It's kind of telegraphed. You know what's going to happen. The neighbours know what's going to happen, right? But there's one bit when he gets up the ladder and then the ladder slides down, which doesn't make any sense because the ladder stays at the same angle.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love it. At the end, he like looks around, nods his head, like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I love it.
But he did look around to make sure no one was looking.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, we got this. It's a little...
I think you're right. I think there's a lot of very obvious gags, but I think because Chevy Chase is such a good physical comedian that it's fine, right? You give it a pass because he does it so well.
Yeah, there's that bit where he's darting his arm back and forth through the ladder because he doesn't know
which way to hold it.
And it's nothing really. It's a second and a half of film, but it does such a good job of layering up the character, his character. It's very he's very good at physical comedy, isn't he?
I will throw in here real quickly just a little PSA. I've got a good friend of mine who fell off his roof and lost his leg. So stay off the roof, folks. It's dangerous up there.
Wow.
Crikey.
Jeepers. That brings us back down to earth. I mean, sorry, literally as well as metaphorically.
Pun.
Sorry.
New category. Bring
it on.
Podcast down a notch.
So then on the next day, Clark gets locked in the attic. Going back to what you were saying, Chris, about the sentimentality of the film, I do feel like this scene in the attic almost represents the heart of the film, because of the fact that we're seeing the old time videos with, and you don't know it yet, but Lewis and Bethany are in those videos, which I really like because they're just incidental people in this black and white film. And yeah, I agree with you, Andy. Being a dad, but also being at a stage where parents are elderly and struggling health-wise and what have you, it gets me a little bit. It gets me, I understand his reaction to seeing the videos of his childhood.
And but by the way, that scene's long. Like, it's not just 3 or 4 seconds of his child. Like, they show several clips of him sitting there, and then that song's playing over the top. And this is kind of what I was talking about before. The very, very end of the scene ends with a laugh, with a joke. But that is a lengthy part that is not, you are not supposed to be laughing.
They take their time with it, don't they? They really invest in it.
Yeah. And like you said, the emotional heart of the movie. Let me ask you guys both this. I know you're both fans of Chevy Chase's work, not just this movie. Is this the only time we can recall like that Chevy Chase has cried in a movie and it's not being played for laughs?
I haven't seen enough of. I mean, I've seen some of his big hits, but I haven't seen enough of his films. No, I think probably you're right.
It must be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other reason that it they take their time with it is to increase the impact of the final joke, though, right? The sudden abruptness of the drop is made more by the fact that we've spent so much time with him in this rather warm and fuzzy place.
And he's in hospital after that drop, right? I mean, that is a serious fall. Because he tips backwards, which means he's going to likely fall on...
He's going to hit his head at least twice,
I guess Ellen may have broken his fall.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, it wasn't Ellen. It was
No, it was Ellen. It was the mom that closed it, but Ellen opened it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Some pretty good acting by Chevy Chase. Like, he sells that emotional moment when he's sitting there crying. You can feel that. Like, it works.
Yeah, because you can tell that he's remembering those moments and he's got like joy in his face, and then no, definitely. So actually, we're going to go off on a tangent just briefly. Do we think this is, speaking of Chevy Chase, do we think this is his last seriously funny leading role? I mean, it would help if you had his filmography in front of you, but I'm asking the question because I believe it is. But I'm just looking at my phone of his. So before this film, I'm going to read out some highlights. There was Fletch and, of course, the First Vacation, and then European Vacation, and then Spies Like Us, and Three Amigos, and Funny Farm, and Fletch Lives, and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. After that, I think he only had a relatively small part in LA Story. He was in Memoirs of an Invisible Man, which I used to like, but is not a great film. And then I think he had a small part in Accidental Hero, a very small part in Last Action Hero. This was it. This was his last hurrah, as a comedic lead.
I mean, comedians have short shelf lives. It's not, for most comedians, it's not that you spanned decades. It's how intensely did you burn when you were hot.
That's true. All right, let's get back on track. Where were we? We were in the attic, weren't we? Okay, so then they try and... Clark tries to light the lights for the second time. And he can't even get the Santa and the three little, or the reindeer to light up. And so one of my favorite pieces of physical comedy is when he punches Santa in the face.
Yep.
And it's a callback, I think, to punching Marty Moose in the face from Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts of the film, actually. Just before he attacks Santa, is when Ellen asks whether or not he's plugged in, and he says, "Do you honestly think I'd check?" Yeah, yada yada. And her face is so good. She does such a good job of kind of almost rolling her eyes and looking away at the same time, because she knows perfectly well he would do exactly that.
Yeah. So I made a note of that. So I've kind of alluded to it a number of times, but I love the way they are quite regularly connecting this film to its predecessors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellen's face, as you just described, when he says that, and then a little bit later on, Rusty makes a face about, I can't remember what Clark says at the time, but Rusty makes a similar face. Like, I can think of quite a few times when you've done that, Dad. Yeah, I love the way they connect it back to the previous films, even though the cast members, apart from Ellen and Eddie and Catherine, they're all different. So the kids are different ages.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like that's a joke, right? Like, that became a running joke in the series, is we're going to cast different people for these characters. That, not a joke necessarily, but I think that's being done on purpose.
Yeah. It's just they just don't care, do they? They're going to just cast the right person for the role. Yeah. So he's the guy that plays. He's in Big Bang Theory.
It's Johnny Galecki.
Yeah. And, you were talking about... And Juliette Lewis plays Audrey, and you talked about Julia Louise-Dreyfus as well. So it's some big names early in their career. It's great. Then Cousin Eddie arrives. I'm just putting it out there. I hate Eddie. I hate him. I know he's funny, and I know he's a good foil to Clark, but... just everything about him is, I mean, maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to feel. But
that's what I was going to ask. Yeah. You wish that the character didn't exist in the films, or when he's there, he does his job and makes you feel the way.
Yeah, what you just said. Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
Okay.
He's so repulsive.
Again, there's a bit where when he arrives and he tries to hug and kiss folk, Ellen's avoidance of his kiss. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's something else I wrote down. And I've got a little theme running here. So Beverly D'Angelo's physical humor is also extremely good.
Yeah.
So the avoiding of the kiss or the avoiding of the hug is one. There's a couple of scenes where she gets caught in between Clark and someone else as they're hugging, and she's just sort of stuck in between the hug.
When the lights come on, she's stuck. She's getting crushed in between.
That's incredible. And then actually, this is a very, very small thing, but that's what we're here for. When right at the beginning, when they're going to dig out the Christmas tree, and they're in the car, and Clark is talking about how they're going to choose the Griswold family Christmas tree. Ellen is rubbing her hands together, really, like, she's so excited about it. And I think that's down to Beverly D'Angelo's physical acting. I think she's great.
I agree.
Why wasn't she a bigger star?
I mean, sometimes, and this is kind of awful to say, but it's Hollywood, and she probably aged out too. Yeah. Like, it's women get older in the business. There's just fewer things for them to do.
Hollywood is cruel, isn't it?
Also, she was in European Vacation.
Oh, you think that?
Just saying.
That's a strike against her, European Vacation.
Strike against most people who are in that movie.
Okay.
I mean, the scene going back to when he's daydreaming about or when he's interacting with the woman in the behind the counter, I did think to myself, I'm like, I mean, she's pretty, but you're married to Beverly D'Angelo. Like,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just one more little piece of great physical humor from Ellen is when she is talking about how stressed they all are, and it's Christmas and we're all in misery, and she strikes the match on the box, and all the matches go everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just another example of how good she is. Okay, so I'm just checking my notes again. Eddie arrives, and then Eddie and Clark have quite a prolonged chat while Eddie's wearing that incredible outfit with the really tight white top and the another callback to Vacation because he's got the white shoes on.
He's got those shoes on, hasn't he? Yeah.
Andy, did you have something you wanted to mention for that scene?
Yeah, only, I mean, there's some obvious stuff when he hits the candle turner thing, whatever you call it, over. But he's cracking nuts the entire time, everywhere. They're just going everywhere. He doesn't care. They're all over the floor. He's there cracking nuts. Will.
It's slipshod nut cracking.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. He's crazy nut cracking. There's a Christmas tie-in for
Should be
you.
a song, Crazy Nut Cracking.
Yeah.
There's a little sequence where he goes to see Frank Shirley in the office, and he delivers a present to him. Mm-hmm. And something I have always noticed and never quite managed to figure out, all of the presents that other people have brought are exactly the same shape as the one that Clark brought.
Yeah, every single one of them.
Yeah, every single one. What do we think it is?
Because it looks like a long box with another box taped to the top, doesn't it?
I was feeling like it might be like in my head, it's a toy tractor with the cab at one end and the
you don't buy a
No,
boss.
you don't. No. Obviously, you don't. But
It's
that's
a
all I
corporate
can think
gift,
of that would
isn't it?
fit
Some
into
kind
that.
of Newton's cradle with matching paperweight.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you buy a corporate executive for Christmas?
I do think as a visual gag, though, it also it works obviously comedically, but it also carries some meaning with it, right? Like Mr. Shirley views these guys as all just interchangeable pieces. Like he obviously doesn't see them as human. And this kind of validates him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like
They all give me the
are
same
just
gift.
A bunch of automatons.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of times he gets his name wrong. He calls him something different every time.
Yep.
Even at the end.
Yeah. He calls him Carl, doesn't he? I don't know where that name comes from.
Carl is so good. Then there's the sledding scene.
So,
Go, Chris.
Jess, I'm sorry. I did want to. So it's so boy. This is absolute. This is a small stuff Hall of Famer right here. I love the moment when Mr. Shirley he asks if he used the little tidbit in his speech, and he's like, "Yeah, I did. Thanks." And Clark, they show him, and he does this little smile, and he kind of leans back a little bit and throws his head back a little bit, and it's just the phoniest. Like I just love that moment. It is so phony and perfect, and oh man, it's so. And they kind of linger on it for a moment too. Like the camera just shows Clark, for maybe 3 or 4 or 5 seconds even. And he does that little throwback thing there, and they're like, "This is such an awkward, inhuman relationship right here." And
and Shirley doesn't know what to do, so he just picks the phone up and says, "Get me someone," and someone while I'm waiting. He's like, "This is weird."
He just wants to. They both just want it to end, basically, don't they?
Go away, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I hope my report helped out at the trade show.
I'm sure it did, Griswold. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm in the middle of an important call. Get me somebody. Anybody. And get me somebody while I'm waiting.
But Clark probably can't leave without permission. I mean, it's like being in the presence of royalty for him. So
the sledding scene it's that when I was a kid, it was the scene I remembered most clearly from the film. But I feel like the older I get, the more times I watch the film, the less fun the sledding scene is. It's
really annoys me.
Pretty lame.
The way Eddie says bingo at the end.
Oh, the bingo is so bad.
He's gone about 6 miles based on speed, and
he's in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Well, also, like it's a long scene.
Yeah, it's too long.
You know, one thing I do appreciate about that gag though is the way the sled takes off. Like, it's not 0 to 60 in 3.2. It's 60 to start.
Yeah.
So I do like that.
That first bit when he goes is funny. Still to this day.
I think that's for me, that's now actually the only funny bit in the whole sequence.
Yep.
Right.
Then there's it's a really small, and it's not even funny, but it's quite an important scene in terms of the overall film. But he sees Bill in the office again, and they talk about whether their bonus checks have arrived. And so I just want to mention it because without that scene, we wouldn't. The drama of the bonus check arriving later on is sort of lost. And I have a soft spot for Bill. I quite like Bill. I recognize him. I recognize the actor, but I can't remember where from. And I can't be bothered to look him up. So,
sorry, Bill.
And then because his bonus check hasn't arrived, he has a little vision as he looks out of his window. He visualizes what the pool would actually be like. And Mary shows up. Chris, did you have something for that?
Yeah.
Or when Ruby Sue shows up?
So he gives this whole speech, and first of all, don't give a speech to a poor child of poverty that Santa gives gifts to the good kids, because, like, I know you're buying gifts for her this year, but she might not get any presents next year, Clark. And don't reinforce that idea. But he says something in this movie and in this scene that it just. So she's asked, about whatever Santa and stuff, and he says, "I can't even afford to be an elf."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Clark's loaded. Like, I don't know how much his yearly salary is, but that house.
Yep.
Like, this man has a lot of money. So, yeah, you're crying poverty to the girl who lives in a RV with her parents traveling around. Like, come on, Clark. Like, read the room a little bit here. What are you talking about? And Clark's not just loaded compared to Eddie. I mean, like I said, he's an ad executive that lives in a beautiful house.
He's a food additive designer, Chris. Get it right,
that's right.
please.
He's not an ad exec. You're right.
Yeah, food additive designer of the year candidate.
Yeah.
And he's good at it.
Yep.
Bill says, like, the stuff you did last year on that
Crunch
non-permeable
Crunch
varnish.
enhancer. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Clark complaining about money in this movie is like, it's fallen on deaf ears for me. That's
How much is a pool back in 1989 to put in? What do you reckon?
So
he put a $7,500
Yes.
deposit down, didn't he?
Yeah. But I think that's it. He basically said, I don't have that much in my account. Bear in mind, he's spending thousands on electricity for his house lights. I mean,
Well, yeah.
It's
And
pre-LED.
10,000 lights
that's the
aren't
reason he's not actually as rich as you think, Chris, is that he keeps doing dumb stuff like that just draining his finances.
Yeah, and but you live in a $750,000 house too, so
And they were talking about going to Hawaii for Christmas.
yeah.
So,
So just saying,
All right, fine.
it
We'll
feels
take it.
stupid.
the man has money.
I think, Andy, shortly after that, there's the scene at breakfast where it's all chaos going on at the breakfast table, and Clark is looking out the window in his sweet Blackhawks jersey, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah. So the obvious gag is Eddie emptying the chemical toilet.
Yeah.
But for me, it's Todd's reaction. So Todd comes out of the house for a run, I guess.
Did you notice he's not in his silver tracksuit?
Yeah, it's a different one, isn't
Because
it?
it's a solo run. He's not going with Margot.
He doesn't even look at Eddie until his nose turns up. He sniffs him before he looks. So he's kind of sniffing the air and then looks towards Eddie, and Eddie tells him what he's doing. And then I don't understand why Todd runs away. He runs back into the house. But it's his face. It's like his reaction, like, who is this individual? What are you doing? Oh, I don't know what to do. Run away.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
My neighborhood's been taken over. I need to get back in the house.
That's good.
Running away from cousin Eddie, I don't know. It seems like a viable option to me. I don't
It's
know what
wise.
else you're gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just goes to dinner, and the whole turkey incident. Any comments about the dinner scene?
Absolutely. So the line, Cousin Eddie's line, right? Save the neck for me, Clark.
Yeah.
I love the neck.
Do you?
And oh yeah, and it's a gag. We just had Thanksgiving, and they must not have had a neck because nobody offered it to me. But yes, save the neck for Chris is absolutely a gag in our family.
It's a regular thing. Well, in our household, we always, whenever anyone cooks a turkey or a chicken, anything, a roast of any kind, the first thing, or the last thing one of us will say before we start carving is, if this thing looks half as good as it tastes half as good as it looks, we're all in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's a running family joke.
Good.
It does look very good.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back real quickly, just say that the neck, underrated part of the turkey. You get gnaw on it for a little while, get little bits of meat out of there. It's kind of fun way to sit in a recliner after you're done with your big meal and just gnaw on the neck for a little while.
Just sounds horrendous.
No,
I'm with you, Eddie.
no,
definitely not. Just the word, just the idea, the word neck. It's not good.
I actually have a hard problem eating parts of animals that look like parts of animals. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, I really do struggle with that. So the neck, it's not going to do it for me, Chris.
Right. Shortly after dinner, the poor old cat chews on the wires and gets vaporized, and then Lewis burns down the tree. I just have one question about the Lewis burning the tree down scene. Does that happen because of the gas? Because there is a ball of flame. Or does he just throw a match into the tree, and because the tree's dry, it goes up in one woof of flame?
I had always assumed it was the gas, but they play that joke again later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's the tree's dry and he lit up next to it.
Oh, Lewis.
I've always thought it was the gas. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that until this very moment. So interesting that you have a different opinion, Chris. Because I assume gas, but you're right. Why is it there, specifically there? And if there's gas in the house, why doesn't the whole place go up?
I think the window's open. It's almost as if some of it was seeping in, perhaps.
Okay.
That was my assumption. But yeah, also the dog was drinking the tree water, so maybe the tree's just super dry. And then
Snots.
yes, oh my God, snots.
Snots the dog.
The courier arrives. The speedball courier arrives with the Christmas bonus. And that's another classic scene where everyone's talking about the pool, and Eddie's like, I can't swim, Clark. It's like, I know that, Eddie.
There's a bit when the delivery guy arrives. A couple of things I like about that. Stupid, really. But I love the way the knocker comes off in his hand.
Yeah.
And the fact he doesn't know his name. He goes
Griswold.
to Clark and was just, what?
People are doing that throughout the film, though, aren't they? Getting his name wrong.
It's not that hard, is it?
It's not much of a delivery guy.
No.
Bad job by the delivery guy, right?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Dude's bonus check gets between the seats. Come on. You do better.
Yeah, why is it on his seat? Anyway, there's a weird edit in that part, actually, because he's saying if there's enough left over, I'll fly you all in. And they start cheering. And the cheering, the audio goes through, and then they cut to a different shot, and no one's moving. You watch it, it's really strange. It gets me every time. It's really weird.
Continuity problems.
Yeah. So the audio of them cheering is still going on, and everyone's just there like this. It's very strange.
Like we said before, our boy Chechnik maybe wasn't the man for the job. So when we finished the Untouchables podcast and you guys we talked about doing another one, and one for Christmas came up. The reason why I picked this movie is because the line when he drinks the eggnog and he says it's good. It's good.
It's good.
It might be my most quoted line in all of movies.
Which is saying something.
Yeah, right. Just about any time something ridiculous is happening, it's good. It's good.
Or anytime something's good.
Right, or if it's good, right. And in particular, I wanted to do this podcast with you, Jess.
Yeah.
Because that's the line that I for all our movie and history of entertainment together, this is the line that I most closely associate with you. I think of you and me laughing about this line.
Good. It's good. It's good.
Say it.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So anyway, yeah,
We're
that
in
line's
the
right.
loop
I'm
of
quite
it's
touched,
good
actually.
now, aren't we? We're never going to get out of the it's good loop.
No.
Good.
I'm touched, Chris. Thank you.
Yes.
I think. Chris, you wanted to talk about Clark's rat or his sort of outburst, or what that
he
means.
has rage issues throughout the movie, and specifically at the end here. But earlier, when the lights wouldn't work, like that, those are violent outbursts in front of your family, in front of your children, and then at the end here in the speech, and he loses his mind.
I think it's part of the Clark Griswold mystique, because in the first vacation he has an outburst in the car, and so I just think it's almost like it's what we expect as Clark Griswold viewers now. We want to see an outburst or two.
It's interesting. They seem to have in current edits, current cuts of the film, they've cut out the F-bomb that he throws in there about Danny Kaye.
Really?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he used to Danny Kaye.
It was in the it used it in the one I watched.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a rubbish version.
Like, where is yours? Because mine's on. I've got a YouTube. Like, I bought it on YouTube.
Oh, okay, right. No, I have a DVD version.
Oh well, you've got
I
to
watched mine on
sanitize.
HBO, so they
Oh,
probably
they don't
do
care.
extra coverage.
They'll throw anything on there.
Yeah.
No, weird. Maybe I've got like, because I think it's the only time there's some serious language issues, isn't there, with the film? And I guess it's because I watch it with my family and have done for, since they were very young. I wonder whether they kind of realised that they were missing a trick by just needlessly leaving that in there.
Right. It doesn't serve a point for sure.
No, it's pretty
Seems out
funny.
of place.
It's pretty funny.
But I was just gonna say, Clark, like a little therapy, a little medication, like we can get this under control. Like you don't have to suffer like this, because that dude is like
He's unhinged.
He's going to 11, and
Yeah.
it's not healthy. Not healthy for the family.
I just have something to say about when after the outburst, when he's still slightly off the rails, and he goes to cut next door's tree down. Ellen's got a glass of eggnog in her hand, and she's trying to get him to come back, and just completely ignores her. And so Ellen, just before she goes back in the house, throws the glass into the hedge. She's so sort of like, I don't know what to do anymore. She just chucks the glass in the hedge.
Are they Marty Moose
Not
glasses?
just the drink, the whole glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole glass.
They Marty Moose glasses?
So there are Marty Moose glasses, but she doesn't throw one of them. They're too valuable.
Right.
After the tree incident and the squirrel incident, going back to what you were saying about the neck of the turkey, Chris, we also find out that Eddie used to eat squirrels until he found out they were high in cholesterol.
Cholesterol, yeah.
But then, there's the what do you call it? The denouement, is that the right word? To the film with the kidnapping of Frank Shirley and then the police raid. I'm going to treat that all as one scene.
Okay, so Margot has had enough of this.
Yeah.
So March is over. I think it's the second time, because when the lights come on, going way back, when the lights are turned on initially and they can't see and they fall over and break stuff, and when she punches Todd, both times the quality of their furniture,
It's bad.
it's so bad. So the tables and chairs and stuff fall apart when the lights are turned on and then off again. And then when Todd falls over the back of the sofa, it is bending. It's like the worst quality item.
It's quite surprising, because you think they would
They're
buy the
wealthy.
best stuff.
Yeah. They have a Bang & Olufsen stereo, which is wrecked.
Yeah.
And they've got this cheap-ass stuff.
Disappointing, maybe. Yeah, they're all about how it looks rather than...
Yeah, and I every time I watch it, I watch the back of the sofa bend as he falls over the back of it. I think, what are you doing with that? Why have you bought that?
Well, and they live in a wealthy neighborhood, which we've established because we know they're next door to Clark, and he's rich. So
Yeah, exactly.
So first of all, I want to just. He's all worked up about the bonus because of the pool, right?
Yeah.
And so when Mr. Shirley turns around, which I got to ask, are we buying that at all?
Maybe, probably not. But I think also you're not buying that he cut out bonuses either.
But also, he can't even remember his name, and it's not a legally binding kind of reversal, is it? Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you had last year, what is it, 20%?
Yeah.
Which is very generous.
All of a sudden, he's like,
On a
when
whim.
you see the people who it hurts, now it becomes like, I don't know. This is a pretty abrupt turnaround. And his wife all of a sudden turns out to be this really nice woman as well. Like, that the Shirleys were really good people this whole time.
Of all the lousy ways to save a buck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rubber hose. I'd beat you.
Bizarre, out of nowhere turn. But the question I wanted to ask is, forget about the pool, Clark. Insurance isn't covering the damages to your house. There's no way they're going to pay. They're going to be like, you cut down a tree from your yard and put it in your living room, and a squirrel got out, and a dog got upset with the squirrel. That's on you. We're not paying that. How's he going to afford all the repairs on his house if he can't afford the pool?
Does insurance cover SWAT?
SWAT damage?
Yeah.
No, it's true.
There's a guy who's kind of rappelling down from the center of the. I don't know where he's come from. It's really
down the stairwell, through the middle of the staircase. Yeah.
The dog breaks a door. They destroy like the entire dining area. They bring the hutch down. There's thousands and thousands of dollars of damage done to that house at the end.
I would assume that Clark Griswold has pretty robust home and contents insurance.
And expensive, given his track record.
Yeah, no, he would have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to learn. He's not going to make that mistake. Well, maybe he is. He's Clark Griswold. He might make the mistake.
Yeah. But going to most quoted lines, one of my most quoted lines from any movie of all time is the chief, who, when hearing that he's cut out bonuses, says, "That's pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you." Unfortunately, he's then cut off because I wanted to know what he was going to say.
Yeah, beat you to within an inch of your life, maybe.
Or something. I use that a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty low, mister. Yada, yada, yada.
All right, so unless anyone has anything else to add, I think that might wrap up the small stuff.
I just want to point out, this has almost become a signature point for me to make, apparently, because on The Untouchables, I talked about how it was a good murmuring movie.
Yep.
This is a good chatter movie. Lots of good chatter, like when the parents first show up in the front entrance.
Yes. Lots of overlapping dialogue and stuff.
Lots of overlapping dialogue and chatter going on at the table and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they very good use of chatter.
Okay, next podcast you're on, Chris, I'll expect another.
I feel like we need to find like a category for each one. There's like obscure category for each movie now.
Yeah, so
Maybe
this is okay. This will fall the Chris pigeonhole, like good murmuring, good chattering.
Obscure voice work.
Chris's pigeonhole. How's that? Does that sound good?
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
Let's just abbreviate it to Chris's hole. Is that all right?
Okay, maybe
this is
not.
getting better.
All right, we'll take a break. All right, let's crack on with the categories, starting as always with Audio Corner. I'm going to just throw one out. I think we referenced it earlier. I really have a clear winner in this. It's Clark's laugh when Mary asks,
"Can I take something out for you?"
That laugh just gets me every time. It's Chevy Chase at his best, as far as I'm concerned. I love it.
Nice.
I've got the dinner scene after they've cut into the turkey and it is split wide open. The noise, the ambient noise of the clacking of the plates.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
And the chewing on the dried turkey, the crunching on. Yes, that is absolutely by far number one for me.
That's so good because at one point Clark takes a drink and he's like sort of swishing the water around in his mouth to soften the meat. Yeah, the audio there is really good actually.
Mine's weirdly specific. Mine is right at the start when Clark pulls out from underneath the log truck and then flies into the parking lot of the tree place. And the engine is, you can hear it and the undertones of everything else that's happening. The engine is screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely screaming. I love it. It gets me every time. I don't know why I like it. It's hilarious.
By the way, Jess, you've mentioned callbacks a couple of times. And that's a great callback, obviously, to the first vacation.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. When they arrive at the hotel and he's like, oh, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Made pretty good time.
Yeah. There's another car noise, which I love when they're under the truck. And there's like the sort of the high-pitched kind of noise of actually what it's like when you're on the highway and a truck goes by you. You can hear that noise really clearly, and they're underneath it. And so the sound design did actually quite good there, I think. Yeah. Best looking scene or frame, really tough, by the way. This category, there's not a lot that looks amazing.
Yeah, I got a couple. So the first one, again, right at the start, I like it when the cars, so it's Clark and his family in the car, and then there's the blue truck, and then there's the log truck behind, and it's coming towards you over a crest, and there's some heat haze, and there's all the white around. But that's not my winner. My winner is when Clark's on the roof fixing the lights.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, the moon is enormous. It's obviously not real, but I think as a scene,
yeah,
I like it a lot.
That was my honorable mention. He's just, it's nighttime and he's there all by himself, and the moon is massive.
Yeah.
For no reason.
By the way, I'll do my honorable mention. I actually didn't even consider it, but it really is a great looking scene. Is all the visuals of the car moving underneath the logging truck, and it really does look great. So I'll have to give some credit there. But I had it's just a simple aerial shot of the house when they turn his lights on for the first time.
Yeah,
because it's amazing. What he does with the house is incredible.
Right? Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, well, and it's real. Like Chevy Chase didn't do that, but some bunch of movie techs got on that roof of that house and nailed down all those lights, and they put a helicopter up in the air, and that's a real shot of a real house lit up like that. So it looks incredible.
So it piggybacks nice, or I can piggyback nicely for my winner, because it's right at the end when they're out on the lawn after Ruby Sue thinks she's seen Santa Claus, and that whole scene is shot with the house behind them, and it's glowing. And I'm a fan of a shallow depth of field, and so the twinkly lights from the house are really kind of out of focus and glowing, and everyone else is kind of lit by the moonlight or whatever it is. And I love that look. I think that looks great. So anything with twinkly lights in the background suits me down to the ground.
Quick correction, Jess. It's Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. You're right. Monsieur Mendel Award for our favorite incidental character. I've got a few nominations. I'm going to nominate Bill. I like Bill. He's got this slightly sleazy but also slightly likable quality about him. He's just a decent guy.
Honest guy.
Yeah. But still got an edge. He kind of a little bit like, he's a bit sleazy as well. I like the courier, the speedball courier. But my winner is Helen Shirley, Frank Shirley's wife. Because partly what you just said, she definitely does not approve of him cutting out bonuses, of all the lousy ways to save a buck. But I specifically love the way she describes Eddie.
Yes, officer, it seems my husband's been abducted. The man was wearing a blue leisure suit, and the plates were from Kansas. He was a huge, beastly, bulging man.
For that description alone, Helen Shirley wins my my vote.
Well, for me, I'm not going to go with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Although I really can't believe Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in this movie, and she's not a major character. So
she listens, you know.
Oh well, yeah. There we go. Shout out, Julia. Big fan. So my honorable mentions were Clark's dad, who dispenses some good advice and is supportive of his son throughout everything, all his antics, and Uncle Lewis. I like that Uncle Lewis. Between Uncle Lewis and Aunt Bethany, Uncle Lewis he's the cogent one. He's the one that's more tapped into reality. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm going with Bill. Bill, I like Bill. He's real supportive of Clark.
Yeah.
He compliments him on his work, and he tries to help him out. Sort out all the stuff with the bonus. I just think Bill's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good work friend.
He kind of almost looks up to Clark as well.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So you mentioned Delivery Man. He is my notable mention, but I can't avoid the SWAT officer and his incredibly quotable, pretty much single most important line in the entire movie. So, SWAT officer, well done.
What if I had a rubber hose? I would beat you. That line.
Why? That's
Okay,
pretty
that guy.
low, Mister.
Yeah. All right. Best location. I really struggled with this one. I have one answer, and it's got a question mark after it. I just said the attic. Is that the best location? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so I've got department store just because of Mary, or rather the scene and the comedy. It says best location. I'm not referring.
No, I
it's
got you.
funny. But yeah. Normally I'd go
I'll
for
throw
something
one out there.
cinematic, but
What was that, Chris? Sorry.
The sledding hill.
it's a nice
Looks like a
looking
pretty
hill.
good sledding hill.
Yeah.
He crashes through like a shack at one point. I
That
think
shack looks pretty
the
nice,
shack
actually.
looks quite nice.
Nice, cozy, some
Yeah.
candles going on. Yeah.
All right,
Go in there,
so
warm up a little bit, go out and do some more sledding. It looked like people were having a lot of fun on that hill, so I was going with the sledding hill.
okay, so that's sledding hill, Chris, lingerie department,
Yeah.
Andy, attic for me.
I think yours is the best answer, Chris.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
But Andy, you need to stick with
The
the lingerie
sledding
department.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
fine.
All right, proper item that we would like to own from the movie. Andy.
Okay.
Jess, can I start like? I hope I don't step on what your choice is. I don't think I will, but the Marty Moose mugs are not eligible
Why? Why are they not eligible?
because you can buy them. That's not. I mean, they are. Everybody, not everybody. Lots of people have the Marty Moose mug.
Oh.
You can buy them?
Okay.
I don't
Oh
think-
yeah, I know plenty of my friends that if you go over to their house, they've got the Marty Moose mugs in their cupboard.
This
They
whole
bring them
thing
up for
is
Christmas.
this whole thing.
That's
is
the
brilliant.
reason to live in the US.
Just to have Marty Moose mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I'm sure you could have them ordered to the UK.
I'm slightly crestfallen.
They do that now.
They do that now.
Have you seen the prices?
So I wasn't sure because I had them written down. I wasn't sure whether they were Marty Moose or whether they were Bullwinkle from Rocky and Bullwinkle. So that was my first question. But then I read that they are indeed Marty Moose. So what you're saying is that it's like a film fan's dream gift. Like it's what you would get. I don't know. Our mate Rich, for example, from college, Chris. You would get him Marty Moose mugs for his Christmas present or something.
I probably wouldn't because my guess is he has them.
Yes. Okay. But there you go. That sums things up, doesn't it? Okay. Well, that's disappointing because I had written them down.
Have you got anything else?
I do. I do because I had to have a backup just in case they were Bullwinkle. Although, hold on a minute. What if they were the ones that they used in the film? The actual film used Marty Moose mugs, the originals. Does that count? Will you allow that, Chris?
Well, yes, but only that you could be lying. I guess.
You'd want me to prove it. You'd want
There's
it to
no
have a
providence,
certificate
is
of
there? At least you just-
authenticity.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, you discounted those, but did you tell us what you actually picked?
Well, now that I look at my pick and I'm like, oh, actually, you know what? Mine's the same thing. You can just buy it.
Yeah, go on then.
Mine was the fake turtleneck.
Oh, nice.
What Eddie's?
It's so bad.
You talking about Eddie's tight white top? Is that it?
Yeah, when then the little fake turtleneck underneath that you can see through. But yeah, I could go online and buy that as well.
I'm surprised you don't have one, Chris.
Well,
Next time you're on the pod,
yeah,
I'll be disappointed.
let's
if
do
you
a
don't
trade,
have one.
Andy. I'll send you some Marty Moose mugs, and you send me a fake turtleneck.
Okay, deal. We'll see where we go.
Yep.
Andy, what's your pick for best prop?
So, I've got two, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick.
Well, nominate them, and then we'll help you choose.
Okay, so my first one is the office pool that Clark is twanging when Bill comes to see him.
Oh,
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a good prop.
that's a good.
I don't even know what it is. It's like if they sent him a model of the pool.
Yep.
What is it? Anyway,
I'm staying tight-lipped because I've got something to say.
okay, so it's that. Or post-attack garden Santa. He punches him in the face. So the Santa, when he doesn't light up, he attacks them and punches Santa in the face. And it briefly shows Santa with a caved-in face. I want that.
Post-attack Garden Santa, I think, is a really good band.
Yeah, I reckon.
I've heard them live a couple of times.
Yeah.
A little loud for me.
So which one are you going with? Because, okay, I tell you what, maybe let me...
You said you were going to help.
Yeah, because Clark's toy pool is my choice. If I can't have the Mighty Moose mugs, I'm going for the toy pool, but except it's not a toy because it's like rigid and...
Makes a good twang.
It does make a good twang.
Okay, you can have that. I'll go with Post-Attack Garden Santa.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out I just thought of one. This is right off the top of my head because I'd had that turtleneck, but I'm like, nah, that's not a good one. If you look at the scene, I'm trying to think what's going on exactly, but Clark's like going off. I think he's going off on a rant, and they cut to Ellen and what's Eddie's wife?
Catherine.
They're standing over they're by a piano or an organ or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just watching him go off. If you look in the background of that scene, there is a framed picture of Lewis on the wall. That's what I want.
It's the most obscure movie memorabilia of all time.
Give me the framed picture of Lewis. Uncle Lewis.
Oh, that would
they
be
don't
so
even
good.
like him. You know, he's such a cantankerous old dude.
I love the idea that, Chris, people would come around your house and there's like this framed picture of this old guy, and people would say, "Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Uncle Lewis from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation."
Oh, and he's wearing the toupee in it too.
Of course.
Oh, amazing.
Brilliant.
Good. All right, we endorse your choice, Chris. That's brilliant. All right, coolest look. There's a few, but I wouldn't ever describe any of them as cool. I've put Eddie's tight white top, fake turtleneck, white shoes as like the opposite of cool, of the coolest look. That falls into the same category as the poker dealer in Casino Royale. Yeah, that's not the coolest look. A quick shout out to Clark's pajamas. They've got little coloured horses on, I think. Either horses or dinosaurs. I couldn't quite tell, but I think they're horses. I quite like Clark's like Eddie Bauer outfit when he's putting the lights on in the daytime, and he's got the green and blue kind of plaid shirt with the body warmer over the top, and is it the Chicago Bears hat at that point? I think he might have. Yeah. I quite like that look, but I think my winner's got to be the Blackhawks jersey. I always want to spend Christmas Day wearing like my favorite sports team jersey because of Clark Griswold.
It's a pretty good pick. I'll put one honorable mention. I'm going to go with the Blackhawks jersey too, but I am quite enamored with Eddie's blue suit at the end.
What, the blue leisure suit?
Yes, it's pretty amazing.
It's pretty good, isn't it? It's so bad in every conceivable way you may measure.
Because he's properly dressed up. He's gone out of his way to wear something that he thinks is pretty awesome. That's his Christmas Eve outfit. So bad.
Right. Yeah. Which I can relate to because as people that know me, I tend to like to wear sweatpants a lot, and I do have a pair of sweatpants that my wife deridingly calls my dress sweats.
Nice.
So if I would company over, if Jess and Andy, if you were coming over, I would put on my dress sweats.
I'd be honoured to see you in them. I can see why you want that white turtleneck now.
Yes, exactly. Because you got to look good.
Absolutely.
I got my raggedy sweats for when I'm just laying around the house, but company's coming. You got to put the good sweats on.
Andy, coolest look?
You mocked it earlier, and I'm sad.
Oh.
I'm going to go for Todd and Margot's running gear.
What, their silver stuff?
I think you could rock that now. I think you could.
Yeah, I think you could, and that would be fine. But I think it's the fact that they both have it. I think that's the issue. It's matching.
I mean, I wouldn't be going. I'd be going on my own, if at all, frankly.
Yeah.
But
kudos to Jess. You guys can both wear it. You can put it on and go for a run together.
Oh, I think we should do that. Yeah. I don't think you can buy them. They're probably Gucci or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's what Austin Powers would call, or Dr. Evil would call, quasi-futuristic running gear, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. All right. As always, last category is closing credit. Andy.
Okay. So, fairly tight cast on this one, but fear not. Billy Hank Hooker performs admirably as Bozo number 2. Not number 1. There is a Bozo number 1, but he's worse. He couldn't get to that. Billy Hank Hooker. Interesting. So what I did, I like to read around the folks a little bit, and the movie before and the movie after Vacation. So after it, he did Terminal Velocity, where he was Gunman #1.
Okay, he's had an upgrade.
Yeah. Before that, film I've never heard of, Runaway, where he was farm voice #3.
Farm voice.
Yeah. Not even the first one.
That's a demotion.
At least in Terminal Velocity, he was Gunman #1.
So Runaway was first, then Christmas Vacation,
Yeah.
and then so he's moving up the ranks.
Yep.
Farm Voice 3,
Yeah.
Bozo 2,
Okay.
Yeah. They're seeing his potential
Gunman 1.
as a numbered goon in whatever movie he's been.
Congratulations. What's his name?
Billy Hank Hooker.
All right, congratulations, Billy.
Bozo #2.
Well, he did a great job.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the
assuming
truck.
One of the guys in the truck.
The truck guy.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
No,
well
I
done.
wouldn't call him a bozo.
Well, there's other things I'd call him. Bozo would
Yeah.
not be one of them.
Hmm.
And there we are.
You take issue with Bozo.
Hey, yeah, bozo sounds a little more fun. Those guys are scary. That's like
Yeah, go on.
Chainsaw Massacre Man #1 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Bozo sounds like a Muppet.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovable.
That'll do it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
And thank you, Chris. How do you feel it went?
It's good. It's good.
And that's cheerio from me. So we don't know which movie we'll be doing next time. We've got 3 or 4 movies in the pipeline. We do know we'll be taking a week off from our regular release schedule, and we'll be back in the new year. Have a great winter break, and we will see you then. If you do watch any movies in your time off work, don't forget the small stuff.